Okay, this is example 3 in the binomial theorem where we want to find coefficients. So in this example we want to find the coefficient of x to the power 5 in the expansion x minus x over 3 to the power 7. What's awkward here is that we've got x in both the terms a and b. We're just going to do a wee bit more simplifying here. You need to be really strong with your indices before we proceed. So generally the general form is n choose r. It's going to be x to the n minus r, and that'll be minus 3 over x to the r. Here we're told that n is 7, so it's going to become 7 choose r, x to the 7 minus r, minus 3 over x to the r. At this moment we can't just go ahead and say that set r equals to 5. It's a wee bit awkward. What we're going to need to do is we're going to want to simplify our x terms. We've got x's here and x here. It's a bit awkward. What we're going to do, and I'm just going to do this over at the side. See this minus 3 over x to the power r? That is the same as minus 3 to the power r over x to the power r. I hope that's okay. But see, with this x to the power r, I'm going to want to take this to my numerator. Okay, so we can rewrite this as minus 3 to the power r times x to the power minus r. Okay, just like in National 5 when you learned that if we had 1 over x squared, that would become x to the minus 2. Well, here we've essentially got 1 over x to the r, so that's going to become x to the minus r. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite that expression there as 7 choose r, x to the 7 minus r, and I'm going to replace this here with this here. Okay, so that's going to become minus 3 to the power r, x to the power minus r. Okay, next wee thing, we want to try and combine these x's here. Okay, so note that all these three terms here are multiplying. So essentially, I'm going to do this over the side again. I've got x to the 7 minus r times x to the minus r. So see, if we use our law of indices, if we are multiplying, we're going to add these powers. Okay, so this would become x to the 7 minus 2r, because it would minus r plus minus r would be minus 2r. This would give us 7 choose r. I'll go minus 3 to the power r, x of 7 minus 2r. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to find the coefficient of x to the power 5. Okay, so we want to work out, so essentially this needs to be equal to 5. And once we know the value of r that makes that 5, we can then use that value of r in here. Okay, so to find the coefficient of x to the power 5, we're going to need to set 7 minus 2r to the power 5. Solving that equation would give us 2r equals 2, therefore r is equal to 1. Because when r is equal to 1 here, this here would be to the power 5. So now that we know that r is equal to 1, we can sub that in. We can sub that into our expansion. Okay, so it's going to become 7 choose 1 minus 3 to the power 1 x to the 5. So 7 choose 1 is 7, So that's going to become 7 times minus 3x to the 5, which is going to be minus 21 x to the power 5. So the coefficient of x to the power 5 is minus 21 in that expansion. Okay, wee bit more complicated, wee bit more involved because there was x's in the same, or in both the a and the b term. We have to do some simplifying first to make x into one individual term. I'll maybe do one more example just to give us a wee hand with that, and then we will move on. Thank you very much.